gonna have to deal with this atrocious outfit I'm wearing today. Literally so busy and I don't have time to get changed. So I normally do wear green and pink with pink leggings, but this really does not go. But anyway, on a serious note, today we are going to be making a funeral letter tribute with the words Ma. Is that the right way around? And then basically we are going to be ribbon edging and white basing, and I'll tell you everything you need to know. So we've soaked our Ma, and now we basically just need a 2-letter bar set. So obviously we've got 2 letters, we're going to get a bar that holds 2 letters on. So you need one of these. And basically, at the back of your letters, if you get the ones with the plastic base, they already have oh God, water everywhere. They basically have these clips on that you basically construct this, and then you just clip them to these poles here. So let's do that. Now, I have got a little tip for the feet of the bar set. So basically, you can have it lying flat like this, so the tribute would lie flatter, or you can have it the other way round and it would be sat right upright. I prefer the flatter way, so I always make sure that I'm putting the feet on the right side. That is going to be the more flatter way. I just think it looks nicer, so we'll do that. Now, you're probably thinking, can I get these in different sizes? In the UK, this is the standard size. They're about a foot long, give or take. But they were always this size, and the letter bars are always going to fit the size of the letters. I mean, you can do them bigger, but you actually have to make them yourself, like out of wood and chicken wire, and it just gets all a bit confusing. But we're just going to do the standard letters today. And first of all, what we're going to do, we're going to start off with the ribbon edging. So we're going to pleat the ribbon and put it round each letter. Now, we are going to be using orange ribbon edge, and I'll tell you how to pleat it now. So basically, the first one you need to do is just make a loop like this with the ribbon, so it stands like this. So it's basically just making a loop in the ribbon. Then we're going to grab our stapler and just staple it in the middle, like so. Sorry, I put new staples in, so it's going a bit wild. So that is our first one. Now, the second one is a little bit more difficult, but you will get the hang of it, so don't worry. Okay, so we go over like this and under like this, and then staple. So I'll show you again. Over and under, staple. Now make sure your fingers are only touching the top, because if they touch the bottom, it's going to squash it and it's all going to look flat on the tribute like this. Whereas if we don't touch the bottom, it will be nice and frilly and pleated like this. Okay, so then we just basically have to do this to like 2 arms length. So I do about 3 to 5 letter tributes a week. So I now can gauge how much ribbon, without even measuring it onto the letters how much I'll need. And it averages out, so like 2 arms length. So basically 2 arms length like this. And that's enough for 1 letter. So do 2 of those because we've got 2 letters. Right, okay, I think we have got enough, so I'm just going to see that we've got 2 arms length. So, there's 1 and 2. Perfect. Then we can cut this off. Fab. Then we need our German or moss pins. So here we go, here's the moss pins. If you're getting them from your wholesalers, then they usually come in a box like this, and I think there's like a few hundred in there, so they do last a while. So let's get on with putting the ribbon around the letters. So I'm just putting the top of our ribbon, so make sure the front of the staples are looking towards us. Do not do it so these backs show here. Okay, so I'm just going to line it up against the oasis like this. Get one of our German pins, and we're just going to put it in between where the 2 of the pleats meet. Okay, so I'll just zoom in for you so you can see. So like this, and don't worry that it's showing because our flowers are going to go over it anyway. Some people like to tuck it, like pull this part away and then tuck it under, so you really can't see it that much. Sorry, I'm doing this with one hand because I've got the camera in this one, and then you can't really tell, but it doesn't really matter because you won't be able to see it anyway. It's the mechanics, but whatever you feel more comfortable with. And then we have to do this for every single crease where this pleat meets the other one, and so on and so forth. So I'm just going to crouch down here so you can see more. Okay, so I'm just going to do this for everyone. Then when we get to the bottom, we can just wrap. Probably put the rest on the floor so it's easier. Then we can just wrap it around, like so. Put a pin here. Another one here. And then what I like to do here, I like to cut it because you can't really go round with the ribbon on the end, otherwise it's going to really look like a big bulk. So I basically measure it against the M, yeah, and then cut it like that, and then just slot it in. I think I might just take that one off as well. It's all about neatness. Like that, and then I'm going to start again here, just upwards, so you can see the orange is still going all round itself. It's just that there's not 2 that's going to go in the fold here, so it looks really bulky. And don't worry if you can see part of the mechanics here, because it is going to be covered with flowers anyway. And then just do exactly the same. And then if you do come to any creases in the letters, just do exactly what I did, cut it and then start again. And that's for every single letter. So I'll time lapse this and then I'll see you in a minute. she is. Now if there is any bits that look uneven or you don't like or that's sticking out or whatever, we can just go around and put some more pins in there just so it's more secure. So I think I'm going to go around the bottoms and put some in just so they're nice and secure and they're not just like flowing everywhere. Make sure all your pins are nicely securely in. Okay. What do you think? I'm not too sure about this. Should I put it down like that? Oh no, I'll just leave it. I think that looks nice. Okay, right, and then we're going to get on to the flower basing. So we're going to need about 2.5 to 3 packets per letter of the white chrysanthemums. Now you can get these from your wholesaler, or if you're doing it as a DIY project, you can get these from your florist, and they are probably about £15 a pack. Now wholesale price, these are the most expensive they've ever been, so it's working out at about £1.15 per stem, and there's 5 in each packet, and normally like they're about 36p to like 55p, so it's just like, are we even making money? But we've still got to do it, so hopefully the flower prices will go down. So anyway, what I like to do is just get our chrysanthemums, take them out of the packet. Doesn't really matter about the foliage, so they're all singular, and then I just cut the heads off. So basically you want to be cutting them to about a 2-finger width. So just put, if you can see, just put 2 fingers on the stem and just cut under your finger, but make sure you don't cut your fingers off. I have actually worked at a florist before where somebody was doing it and they cut it and like a big chunk came out their finger. So now I don't like to put my fingers anywhere near it, but I did it for tutorial purposes. So, and then just gauge where the 2 fingers are. And then just do this for each packet. Now guys, these are actually going to have sprays on, so I'm going to have a spray on each letter, like a spray corsage. So what I do, I just make a little like oblong circle with my finger, so I know that's where the spray is going to go. So we're going to put no white flowers here because it would just be a waste. And then I like to go diagonally and put one down here as well. Okay, it just looks a bit nicer than just having one there and there. So one on this side and diagonally to the opposite side as well. Now we're going to add the flowers. So basically, I'll crouch down again. We want to put a line here and a line the other side. So we're essentially going to go down in 3 lines. So one line here, one line of flowers there, and one line here as well. Now the reason that I do opposite sides first is because I like to put the bigger ones in the middle so it looks more elevated. So I try to pick out like the smaller ones to go around the edges in. So we're going to start at the top here, and then we're going to want to put one just directly beneath so there's no gaps in between either, because you don't want to see any gaps. Oh. These stems are a bit flimsy. Okay. So we're going in a straight line all the way down. God, these stems are very flimsy today. If they are, just cut them a little bit shorter. so then they don't have to travel as far into the oasis. They're more likely to snap. Okay, so just going all the way down. To the bottom, as you can see now, we've got a whole straight line. Okay, so in the middle of the heads they're like more of a green colour because they haven't fully bloomed yet. So just make sure that line's like as straight as possible because it just looks a bit neater. Then I go down the next line. Okay, beautiful, and then just one at the bottom as well. Fantastic. Then I like to find my bigger heads and then go down the middle line with the bigger heads. And then you know there's going to be no gaps either. Now I don't know whether you can see on the camera, but it's elevating the middle ones. I just think it looks a lot nicer and neater. Like so. And then you're gonna want to make sure that you're looking around, making sure all the German or moss pins are covered. So I can't see any on this side. And then we're going to do exactly the same all the way around on both letters. Right guys, so this is what the mar looks like based up. Now we do have a few extra chrysanthemums, but that's okay. If there's any gaps, just go around with it, make sure all the mechanics you can't see. And then we are going to get on with the sprays. And I basically base my sprays in my favourite leather leaf. Now you can add other foliages as well, but leather leaf is really good for the shape and the structure. But we are just using leather leaf, bit of a tongue twister, on this one. So I got this from a wholesalers. It comes in packs of 15. It was about £4. So, just gonna get into my leather leaf, take the plastic off. We're probably gonna need about 5 to 6 stems because I like to get it so we've got that nice straight edge at each point of the spray. It's going to be like a diamond shape, but I'll show you as I go along. So on my letters I charge £10 per spray, so that means I'm going to use 3 roses. So I'm going to use 2 orange and 1 yellow on each spray. Make sure those lovely guard petals are off so they look as fresh as ever. I mean, I get my stuff in on the day, so if they're not fresh then the wholesaler's going to get a telling off, but they are as fresh as they can be. But roses do have guard petals to protect the inner stem, so they look beautiful within and look beautiful within. And then I'm going to put my centre flower in there. Make sure it's cut down enough to fit nicely into the oasis basin it's getting water. So I put 1 on the M and 1 on the A. Then an orange one on top and an orange one below. And then again on the A. So these are just basically really miniature coughing sprays. And there we go, it is finished. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, you found it easy to follow, informative or whatever, please remember to subscribe, and if you can be bothered, please leave a comment or a like if you're being nice today. And we will see you in the next video.